Drive your old car, support your local bands, and watch John Yao Media.
All right, folks, welcome to the 2023 Rockabilly River Queen Pinup Contest. My name is Sarah. I am the manager here at River's Edge. And if you don't know, this Rockabilly weekend was my dream. And we're on 6 years now. It keeps getting better and better every year. And this event cannot happen without participants. I very much hate doing jobs where I depend on other people. So I am ever so grateful for all of you who come out to enter in the pinup contest, for our judges, for anyone who's brought a car to this event, to anyone who has done any sort of participating or donating to this event, and to everybody who has come out to participate in the event because the cars want to show off their cars and our girls want to show off everything they've got too. So we here at River's Edge are extremely grateful to all of you. So to start out with, however, I would like to introduce our 3 judges today, and they have very willingly volunteered their time, which is amazing. Being a judge is no easy job. And so if you could give a round of applause as we go through each one of them. We have our 2022 winner, Miss Demeanor. And we have our 2022 runner-up, right? Miss Lola Lynn. And we also have Rich Chesmer, who is a fantastic example of what that time period represents and everything they do with it. So if you're wondering what a pinup contest is all about, the judging criteria is this is not a beauty contest. They are judged on how periods specific, their hair, makeup, clothing, and how they interact is all judged. Doesn't matter how beautiful you are, although they're all beautiful. it is we get some brownies. And I'm gonna stop talking now. We're gonna start because the girls want to get out of the grass. So we are starting with Miss Cherry Divine. Miss Cherry Divine hails from Dalton, Wisconsin. Her favorite classic vehicle is a Chevy Bel Air, the 1957. Her pinup inspiration is Betty Page. She wasn't afraid to step outside the box. She wasn't afraid to bear all, pun intended. She inspired her color outside the lines. She doesn't let others define her or limit where she fits, and she is perfectly imperfect, and I like that about her. Favorite band is Connie Francis, and Stupid Cupid is her favorite song. And her life motto is courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyways. Thank you, Miss Cherry Divine. Next up, we have Miss Ramblin' Rose Red. Miss Ramblin' Rose Red hails from Agana Heights, Guam. Her favorite classic vehicle is the 1958 Chevy Impala. She prefers it to be blue. Her pinup inspiration, her favorite female role model is Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie because she remembers watching her when she was growing up from a young age with her grandmother. Her favorite band or singer is Elvis. She actually lived very close to Graceland but never got a chance to go. Somebody needs to change that. Her life motto and favorite quote is, as a good friend told her, glow through what you go through. In other words, do the things anyways despite the obstacles and shine through it all. Thank you, Miss Ramblin' Rose Red. Next up, we got Miss Frankie Fox. Miss Frankie Fox hails from Abbotsford, Wisconsin. Her favorite classic vehicle is a 1967 Shelby GT 500 in midnight blue with a pearl finish and cool gray leather interior that makes her heart skip a beat. Her pinup inspiration is Betty White. She was classy, sassy, and a bit badassy, and she embodied all she desires it to be one day. I think you already got it, girl. Her favorite band or singer, her taste in music is eclectic. at best, so honestly, she does not think she could choose just one. Music is her love language, lyrics speak to her soul. And her life motto is, it is what it is. Thank you so much, Miss Frankie Fox. Next up, we got Miss Kitty Chaos. Miss Kitty Chaos hails from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Her favorite car is the Mercury Cougar because it describes her perfectly. An out-of-this-world cool kitten. Her pinup inspiration, she's got a list here. Locally, all of the ladies are inspiring. Modern, Bernie Dexter vintage, and vintage is Anne Margaret or Donna Reed. Her favorite band or singer is Johnny Cash, Queen, and the Beatles. Her life motto is, beauty doesn't matter, but character does. Thank you so much, Miss Kitty Chaos. Next up is Miss Lola Mint. Miss Lola Mint hails from Sheboygan. Her favorite vehicle is a 50s hardtop convertible. Her pinup inspiration is all the ladies in the show. They are so classy and amazing people. Her favorite band of singers, anything she can dance to. Where were you for the dance off? Her life motto and favorite quote is, it does not do well to dwell on thoughts and forget to live. Fantastic. Thank you, Miss Lola Mint. Next up, we have Miss Scarlet Delight. Miss Scarlet Delight hails from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Her favorite classic vehicle is a 55 red Corvette. Her pinup inspiration, her favorite female role model is Audrey Hepburn because she believes she's very classy and very sexy. Her favorite band or singer is Elvis Presley. And her life motto or favorite quote is, she lives 24 hours a day. She strongly believes one day at a time and is doing her best every day. Thank you so much, Miss Scarlet Delight. Next up, we have Miss Vanna Whiteclaw. She came dressed for the occasion for Gilbert for sure. And she hails from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Her favorite classic video is a 1957 Ford Fairlane. Her pinup inspiration is Ginger DeVille. She really loves the pinup community here in the area. She is a mama bear and friend and mentor. For those that you don't know, she is a local pinup, right? Ginger DeVille? Yep. Favorite band or singer is Johnny Cash. And her life motto is love yourself first and everything else falls in line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world, by Lucille Ball. Thank you so much, Miss Vanna Whiteclaw. Next up, we have Miss Little Luna Lily. Miss Little Luna Lily comes from Watoma. Her favorite vehicle is a 63 Chevy Impala SS. Her role model or inspiration is Audrey Hepburn. She cared deeply about helping the children without the care of her own health. Her favorite band and singer is Stephen Cooper and the Nobody Famous. The life motto or favorite quote is, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn. Thank you so much, Miss Lily. Next up, we have Miss Sadie Something. Sadie lives in the bustling borough of Waukesha, Wisconsin. Her favorite vehicle is a 1948 Chevrolet 3100 Canopy Express for selling flowers by day and sleeping in the back with the canopies up at night. Sadie has a strong admiration for Vivian Lee. Her physical beauty aside, Vivian struggled with bipolar disorder and led a rich, productive life. She had a passionate love for her husband and owned some swanky Siamese. Her favorite band is always Nat King Cole. He has songs for every mood. And her life motto is a tip from Marilyn Monroe. It's better to be absolutely ridiculous than be absolutely boring. Thank you, Miss Sadie Summer. Next up, we have Miss Candy Kisses. Miss Candy Kisses is currently from Almond, but she's originally from Green Bay. Her favorite vehicle is a 1967 Shelby Mustang. Her pinup or female role model is Pink. No matter what life throws at her, she gets back up and overcomes. And her favorite singer is Pink. Her life motto is, "It's never too late to be what you might have been." Thank you so much, Miss Candy Kisses. Next up, we have Miss Darling Avonlea May, right? Her hometown is Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and her favorite vehicle is a 1957 Chevy pickup. Her pinup inspiration is Veronica Lake for her signature peekaboo hair, looks, and grace. She encouraged women working in the war industry. She inspired our troops with her photos in World War II and traveled the U.S. raising money for war bonds. Her favorite band or singer is Young Elvis for his looks, his voice, and the way he swings those hips. Her life motto is, "You only live once, but if you do it right, once and enough," by Mae West. Thank you, Miss Darling Avonlea May. Next up, we have Miss Honey Badger. Miss Honey Badger is from Davenport, Iowa. Her favorite classic vehicle is a Corvair. Her pinup inspiration is Betty Page. She was inspirational to many at the time for all women, and a high expectation when there was a high expectation for being modest. She went through many hard times during her career, but didn't let people tell her she was ugly or too fat. Her favorite band is Led Zeppelin, and her life motto is, "Be weird, but don't be too weird." Thank you, Miss Honey Badger. Next up, we got Miss Cherry Pistol. Miss Cherry Pistol hails from New London. Her favorite vehicle is a 1971 Chevelle SS. Her pinup inspiration is Betty Page because of her confidence. Her favorite band or singer is Johnny Cash. And her life motto is, "No matter the amount of negativity you are presented with, 5 minutes from now could be your best moment." Thank you, Miss Cherry Pistol. Next up, we have Miss Casey Jo Rumble. Miss Casey Jo Rumble is from Marshfield, Wisconsin. Her favorite vehicle is her grandfather's 1935 and 1936 Ford Coupe Deluxe 68 Rumble seat. She chooses this car every time to go for Sunday breakfast. Her pinup inspiration, her immediate response would normally be Marilyn Monroe because she played the dumb blonde in Hollywood. Over the last few years, her mother has been an inspiration to not just herself, but the entire family. She has shown so much love to all the newcomers and love of the veterans, not just for the girls, but for the men and women who have served this nation. Her favorite band or singer is Nothing Beats the Man in Black, Mr. Johnny Cash. He worked through his demons and loved June until the day he died. Plus side is he did a cover of Tool, which she actually likes better than the original. Her life motto is, "Give a girl the right pair of shoes and she can conquer the world," by Marilyn Monroe. She hasn't found the right pair for world domination yet, though. Watch those shoes.
What are we doing tonight, Pinky?
Taking over the world. Thank you, Miss Casey Jo Rumble. Next up, we have Miss Sunny Side Up. Miss Sunny Side Up is from Rockabilly, Wisconsin. Her favorite vehicle is a 1957 Studebaker Golden Hawk. Her pinup or female inspiration is Veronica Lake. She never let her short stature stop her from achieving her dreams. Her favorite singer is Bing Crosby. And her life motto is, "If you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary." Thank you, Miss Sunny Side Up. All right, there is our introduction to all of our ladies. So if we could get Miss Cherry Divine up here. If you could cruise in any vintage classic style car, which one would your dream ride be?
So, anyone who knows me, hello, lovelies. Yeah. Hi, Rick. So my dream car is a 1957 Chevy Bel Air, but, so a couple months ago, I had the opportunity to drive a 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible. Let me tell you, I could just feel the wind through my hair. So yes, it would be a 1957 Chevy Bel Air convertible.
Thank you so much. All right, next up we have Miss Ramblin' Rose Red. And your question is, what's your electrifying theme song that perfectly captures your essence?
Now that's a tricky one for me because I love all music, but I've really been on the Elvis kick lately, and this is not a 50s song, mind you, but my favorite is Never Been to Spain. I don't know if you've heard that before, but that definitely is me in a dancing mood.
Thank you so much, Miss Ramblin' Rose Red. Yep, the girls have them out there. You got a buy. And next up, we've got Miss Frankie Fox. Miss Frankie Fox, share your captivating hobbies or intriguing facts that set you apart.
It is a tough question. So I don't really have a lot of hobbies or interests aside from pinup and reading a couple books here or there. I spend a lot of time with my kids. I have 3 boys. So we do a lot of scouting stuff, getting dirty, knife skills, knot tying, building fires. Also, there's a joke with scout moms. Don't mess with us, because we know all the best places to hide the bodies where you'll never find them.
That's an interesting fact, I think. Thank you, Miss Frankie Fox. Next up, we have Miss Kitty Chaos. And our question for you is, if you could step into the shoes of a pinup icon, who and why?
I would say Anne Margaret. And the reason why is because she was the female version of Elvis. Yeah, I'm going to wipe out here, so if I go down, I'll laugh with you. I think I wiped out last year, or the year before, so. Anyway, she was the female version of Elvis. She was romantically linked to him. She was known for, wiping out all of her co-stars, and so she was finally put in a movie with him because he could only match her in the box office. And so they did Viva Las Vegas. And so they finally got together, they were romantically linked, and they made that movie, and it was a box office hit. Who would want to be Anne Margaret?
Thank you so much, Miss Kitty Chaos. We're going to have Mr. Troy fill the gaps in here after next year. Next up, we have Miss Lola Mint. And our question for Miss Lola Mint is, who or what was the guiding light that led you into the delightful realm of pinup?
It sounds a little silly, but me. I joined my first show to try something new and work on my self-confidence, and I've been here ever since.
Nice work! Wonderful. Thank you, Miss Lola Mint. Next up, we have Miss Scarlet Delight. Miss Scarlet Delight, what specifically made you fall head over heels for the 40s, 50s era?
I love this question because I basically have no clue about 40s and 50s. I'm from 70s. But what I clearly remember for 40s and 50s are pictures from my grandparents. And such as me, they were foreigners. Was a woman in the country after war. We didn't have many sources, but they are always so elegant in their pictures. They sent to the family. My grandma was a work factory. My grandpa was a constructor. But they're always the princess in their pictures. They make the best of their words. And I love this sort of people. That's my people. That's how I was made.
Nice. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Miss Scarlet Delight. Next up, we have Miss Vanna Whiteclaw. Miss Vanna Whiteclaw, if you could swap lives with a vixen from the past for a day, who would it be?
Good afternoon, everybody. So if I could swap with a vixen, who would it be? Well, let's see. Let's click our heels 3 times. Walk down the golden brick road. Meet me in St. Louis. My girl, Judy Garland. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Vanna Whiteclaw. Next up, we have Miss Little Luna Lily. She did that on purpose, I think. She's like, I'm gonna mess with anybody who has to say that. Miss Little Luna Lily, let's shake things up. What's your signature vintage cocktail that oozes retro charm?
So, thinking about vintage retro charm cocktails, something, everybody says, Cosmo, an old fashioned. Well, it got me thinking, Corpse Revival #2. It's good in the morning to help with your hangover, or it's a wonderful way to start your evening off. That definitely oozes the retro charm to me. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Miss Little Luna Lily. Next up, we have Miss Sadie something. Oh, this is a good one. Miss Sadie something, share the cringiest pickup line you've ever heard, ever had the misfortune to hear.
You guys are lucky. So, honestly, I haven't received many pickup lines. Typically, when I've gone to bars, I've always been someone's wing girl. So I'd be standing alone with my beer in a corner. But one night, this guy comes up to me and he says, "You're my Christmas." What? What does that mean? I know I'm not your tonight. I'm definitely not your tomorrow, and I'm certainly not your Christmas. But he explains, "You just look like somebody I'd like to unwrap on Christmas morning." No, thank you, Santa. Ho, ho, no. And this is true.
Thank you so much, Miss Sadie something. Next up, we have Miss Candy Kisses. Miss Candy Kisses, what aspect of mid-century culture and style do you adore the most?
First off, welcome everybody. Thank you. I would say is most likely the clothing. I think we all adore the clothing that the women did more so. And life was a lot simpler back then. It seemed to hold smoother after the war was over, and things were better.
Thank you so much, Miss Candy Kisses. Next up, sage advice would you give to fellow pinup enthusiasts eyeing the competition?
Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me? Yes. I'm loud. I'm sorry. This is a really hard question. I looked at it, and you can answer it in a number of different ways. So, my advice is, I give these girls who get up here a lot of credit. This is not an easy thing to do. We're all a bundle of nerves and scared to death before we get up here. I know you can't tell, but we are. It's a little nerve-wracking, but if you don't go out of your comfort zone and do something that makes you scared, that's not living your life. We get up here and we do it because we love it, because it puts on a show for all of you. So my advice is, if you're afraid to do something, just do it. Don't look back and go, I wish I would have done that. You want to look back and say, I did that. So that's my advice.
That is fantastic. Thank you, Miss Darlene Adeline. Next up, we have Miss Honey Badger. Miss Honey Badger, spill the beans. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I would definitely say it's being weird, but don't feel weird. Just to embrace everybody's differences and how you feel, and ultimately be a honey badger and don't care.
Thank you, Miss Honey Badger. Next up, we have Miss Cherry Pistol. Miss Cherry Pistol, if you were a damsel in distress, which back in the day comic book hero would rescue you and why?
First off, hello everyone. Can we give it up for these amazing women that have been up on the stage? If I was a damsel in distress, the superhero I would choose would be the one and only, the Man of Steel, Superman. 1, he has X-ray vision. 2, he can fly. And 3, he's got all the superpowers, the super strength. So he would be able to save me in any sort of situation. So I would choose Superman.
Fantastic. Thank you, Miss Cherry Pistol. Next up, we have Miss Casey Jo Rumble. Miss Casey Jo Rumble. Imagine you're in a drive-in theater. Who is your company? What's on screen? And what's parked in the spotlight?
That's a 3-in-1. I haven't done that in a while. Mom's still here. Anyway, to answer that question, we're gonna go retro. We just did an 80s evening in Simcoe, so we're gonna go with what am I seeing at the drive-in? It's going to be Gremlins and Gremlins 2, a double feature. And who I'm with? My in-life partner in crime, Mr. Stripe. And I am Greta. If you've never seen Gremlins 2, it's a horrible movie, but Greta 2, she was an iconic character from 80s film history. It was the first time they ever did gender bending, but I honestly look like a trash panda half the time. If you've never met me, I am the trash panda pinup. I am always late, never together, but I'm gonna say we're gonna be at the movie theater watching a great Spielberg production of Gremlins and Gremlins 2 back to back. And we're going to be in my 1936 Ford Coupe rental seat that hopefully my grandfather would have left me, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Casey Jo Rumble. And Miss Sunny Side Up. Miss Sunny Side Up, what classic pinup era gem would you bring back and why? It could be a physical item, an ideal, or a lifestyle.
Well, I would have to say that I would definitely have to bring back the happiness that came with the optimism for the future that everyone had at that time. came together, families were together, and it was just, well, for my family anyways, it was a great time. My family, through that time, I don't think we ever were closer. My parents and everybody, they had so much looking forward to with their farms and everything. So yeah, the happiness with the optimism for everything that was coming for them. And obviously, the clothing. Gotta have that too.
Thank you, Miss Sunnyside Up. That concludes both parts of our pinup contest. We are going to do judging. Should I bring the girls up one more time? Yep, so we'll have everybody come up one more time. So we've got up in order, Miss Cherry Divine. I like throwing, and she's like, wait.
There's a whole lot of dress here. Come on.
Numbers, yeah, we'll just skip numbers. Miss Ramblin' Rose Red. You can give them a applause for all the girls. Miss Frankie Fox. Miss Kitty Chaos. Miss Lola Mint. Miss Scarlet Delight. Miss Vanna Whiteclaw. Miss Little Luna Lily. Miss Sadie Something. Miss Candy Kisses. Miss Darling Adam Lee May. Miss Honey Badger. Miss Cherry Pistol. Miss Casey Jo Rumble. And Miss Sunny Side Up. Everybody give a huge round of applause to our 2023 Rockabilly River Queen contestants. We're going to confer with our judges and come up with some winners, and we'll bring everybody back up in just a little bit. Happening down here. All right, so our 2023 Miss Rockabilly River Vixen is Miss Scarlet Delight. Next up, our Miss Rockabilly River Bombshell. Looks like for the second year in a row, is going to be Miss Sadie Something. Get down to my level.
cheeks to the hoe.
There is crying when the burger went.
All right, so maybe a little bit of crying and then up.
Seriously, chick? Really?
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. One, two, three.
Once again, your 2023 Rockabilly River Queen, Miss Darling Emily May. All right, everybody, can give me a huge round of applause for all of these girls one more time. And then we're going to grab some pictures, and in true River's Edge tradition, we're going to take them on the fire truck. Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
Okay, so 3 ladies right here on the step, and then everybody else around. You would, please. You can stand, you can stand. I don't know. That's it for me.
Hey, men from Antigua.
John Yao Media.